Having said it might be quite tight, I also have to tell you that there's never been a 0-0 draw at Wembley between England and Scotland. So he might just see a goal or two. The setting, the surface, the situation, just about perfect. The loudspeaker announcer just telling us who's going to be singing the anthems this afternoon. If you don't pick it up from him, I can enlighten you in a moment. Paul Carrack of Mike and the Mechanics is going to sing God Save the Queen. Singing Flower of Scotland will be Fish, who used to be the lead singer of Marillion. Two groups you know well, Mr. Brooking.
Well, I'm quite a weenie bopper at heart. I haven't got any CDs, I must admit, of theirs, but one or two in the similar category, but I won't reveal those. I don't want to upset the groups that I haven't bought their CD. But, I mean, it just sets the occasion, plenty of noise and fervour. I'm just envious sitting up here of those that are going to play it. It's just one of the matches that you just want to be out on that turf.
I don't think there's any need for Fish to whip up the fervour of the Scots, do you? Really a throwback, this, to the match which used to capture the imagination in the days of the old Home International Championship. That was laid to rest, and so later, for different reasons, was the Rouse Cup, which used to concern just England and Scotland and perhaps one other country at the end of the season. Oldest international in the world is revived in the most intense competitive circumstances. The Scotland team confirmed, as you heard Desmond mention, with a couple of changes. Tosh McKinley coming in as a left wing-back, John Spencer brought into the attack. But Terry Venables, despite all the speculation, picking the 11 that started last week against Switzerland, although I suspect when we get round to showing you the formations, you'll have a few thoughts, Trevor, about the role of Gareth Southgate.
Well, of course, he played in the back four, didn't he, against Switzerland. Generally suspected that he'll push out from there into the midfield. And of course the main person in the midfield for Scotland who likes to break forward is Gary McAllister, and I've got a feeling Gareth Southgate will keep an eye on him. And of course in the reverse, Stuart McCall will be looking for his Rangers colleague Paul Gascoigne. Now Paul Gascoigne, I'm sure, will be certain that McCall's going to be around him for most of the game. It's just a case of how he tries to lose him, where he wants to take him, because if you've got a man marker You can't just stand there, otherwise he's just going to be snapping away at his heels all the time. And Paul Gascoigne needs to get a bit of space if England are going to do well. And what an ovation this pair and set of support, this set of teams are going to get now when they walk out of that tunnel. No greater feeling.
And the two men who are privileged to lead them out, Tony Adams and Gary McAllister. Paul Ince, who superstitiously never puts his shirt on until the very last moment, the back of the line. Savour the moment. Some lusty singing there from at least 9 of the England team, and indeed from the crowd. England supporters didn't pay quite the respect to Flower of Scotland that the Scots did to the national anthem. However, the formalities continue.